Liftoff.
We can confirm question of the week with me, Garnett Lee. Glad to have you here. Gonna give you today's question from Vanilla Light, who got to us through Twitter, but you can also catch up with us on Facebook. And I'm gonna plug again, because I do this damn thing every day, Shack News Daily Show, folks. Love it if you would watch that, share it around with your friends, watch that. I mean, you could watch it too, or you could wash it, or as my grandmother used to say, you could wash it. I never got that. Anyway, total digression there. So what was Vanilla Light's question? It was, oh yeah, I like this one. With consoles still not yet at that mass market sub 150 price, does the industry miss out on a segment of gamers? Well, you know, yes or no questions, they're easy to get by, so I'm just going to say, first of all, obviously, yes, definitely missing out, but let's talk about why for a minute. If we look back at PlayStation's history, and I think PlayStation is the one we want to go back to really illustrate how important those pricing tiers are. It was when the PlayStation went to $99 that we saw all of a sudden this late bump in sales for it that really cemented the PlayStation and its place in video game console history. PlayStation 2, much longer to get to that lower price tier. And I think that it's increasingly become this thing of, well, there's this perception that their price tag somehow relates to the quality. Some of those arguments I've heard for $60 games that the audience, well, of course, if it's a $60 game, it must be good. We can't buy $40 games. This is nonsense. There's an entire huge part of the population to whom that price tag for their entertainment is a big part of what they like to do. I mean, look, honestly, I don't go to as many movies as I used to. And when I do, it's an important movie because, I choose to say, okay, I'm going to go spend, 12, 14, 15 bucks per ticket to go see a movie. But otherwise, I'm watching on streaming or I'm renting it someplace. Same thing obviously applies to consoles. Now, the wild card here is what's going to happen with Microsoft's $99 subsidized Xbox. We've gotten accustomed to this with our cell phones. It's definitely a new entry point for getting people into the console space. I wonder, though, I walk around with my phone and it's my communication device. I don't see the Xbox as a communication device. I don't see it as having quite the same utility factor that my phone has. So I wonder if they're really going to be able to sell this as a $99 subsidized product. I think that basically we're at a situation, and maybe this is something Nintendo could capitalize on with the Wii when Wii U comes out, of someone goes to $99 with a console of at least current standards, and, make your jokes about Wii if you want to here, comes in at $99, I think they open the door for them to have an entirely new renaissance for that console platform, if you will, because it does indeed bring in a much larger market. And that's an excellent question, Vanilla Light, and I'd love to get you guys' take on this. How much of the world are we leaving out by having that price barrier against which some people just don't want to compete because they have so many other things to do with their money? Especially while there's still a lot of us struggling with the recession. All right, that's this question of the week. Hope you will join us for Weekend Confirmed on iTunes. And like I said, watch Shack News Daily. It's a pretty damn good show, if I may say so myself. Thanks, everyone.
Other human beings later just as desperate and scared and scavenging, trying to survive.
Frustratingly, all those characters are already on the disc. So you're just paying $20 more. It's really bad to be honest, I think
one of my personal favorite games.
You get one more
didn't perform as well.